That's the moon. It's too much light out here, so I had to put it on another setting. But that's it.
The day is Sivan, which is the third month of the Most High calendar. Today is the first day. On the Gregorian calendar, which is the heathen's calendar, Satan's calendar, and it's May the 26th. It's after sundown. I know it's after 8 o'clock probably, Pacific Standard Time, and it's on Friday night. And again, it's May the 26th, 2017 AD. We have a picture of the new Moon Crescent, which is day 1.
Shalom.
Shalom. Okay. Shalom, brothers and sisters. I hope that you enjoyed that short video that Sister Shalene and I did together. That was to give you a eyewitness report that we did observe the new Moon Crescent for the third month, which fell on May the 26th. So the title of this video is Israelites and Gentiles, the third new moon. The west saw it before the east, prophecy fulfilled. Now you're probably wondering, what did that truly mean? What did that mean is that America saw the new moon crescent before Israel. Based on the results I have so far, that Israel has not seen the new moon crescent, so more than likely they'll see it tomorrow on May the 27th at sundown. Now for the messages. The Most High spoke 2 important prophetic messages last year. The first message is directly for Israelites, and the second message is for Israelites and Gentiles. Please listen to that message and share it with your brothers and sisters, for we are in the last days. Also, there's a video to let the Levites know there's a judgment set against them. It's very important that they watch that video. Also, for those who are against us, keep it even more, or celebrating the holy days and feast days. That video will be listed in the video description box to give you an understanding why we are to keep them. For many are not aware that we are going back to Torah in the new eternal kingdom. Read Ezekiel chapter 40 to 48. Also, because this video has to be short and straight to the point, you will have access to the calendar for this year for the month of Abib, Ziph, and Sivan. And we are in the third month now. So you'll know where we are in the calendar and how to keep a track of the sun, the moon, and Mazzaroth. Now, for those who are still studying YAHUWH calendar, there will be a video playlist to give you more understanding on that. And many are not aware that the Gregorian calendar is fulfilling the prophecy in Daniel chapter 7. It is Satan calendar, and they have taken away about 10 to 13 days, depending what country you are in. So if you was thinking you was keeping the 7th day, well, guess what? Your 7th day is incorrect if you're using the Gregorian calendar format. There's a video playlist for you to watch. Each video is very important for you to watch each one of them, because they give you a very important piece to the puzzle, and it gives you some important facts that is not given to you about Constantine. Many miss that, okay? So these videos will be listed in the video description box. And one more thing I want to mention to you, which is very important. This family is truly going through. We got a news update about Brother Eliash's wife. Most of you know that he has been sentenced, and now his wife has recently been sentenced, even though her sentence was short. When you click on the video, either look in the video description box or look for the pinned comment, and you will get an update of what was the outcome for his wife. Please keep that story alive. Please do not forget about them. Please pray for them, and whatever you can do to help them, that'd be helpful. Sometimes it can be for those who live in their state. Just go and visit them, see them, minister unto them, because they are truly bearing their cross in these last days. Okay, so now let us begin with the calendar. First with the new moon results. Now here, what you see here is my Facebook account. And what I usually do, I go to renewmoon.com sighting, okay? This link will be listed in the video description box. And as you can see, areas in the America that has seen the new moon was Virginia and Florida. And they're probably still accepting more results as people report to them. And so far, again, Israel has not seen the new moon crescent. Now, those who are on Facebook, you can have access to this 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 new moon crescent post that was done on my timeline. Okay, so to save time, what I'm going to do is I want to show you some pictures that we have. Now, the report in Israel is that, let me bring this a little closer, is that the reason why they think they could not see the new moon crescent because with the orthodox Jewish people, they keep their seventh day started at Friday at sundown. Now, those who understand the Most High calendar know that this is why the new moon day is separate from the seventh day of Yahuwah. We will not run into those problems like they are running into. So the Orthodox Jew is probably in the synagogue fellowshipping while the sun was going down and the new moon crescent didn't come out until later. When you study more about my people history, you will learn that they had people in the watchtowers always watching the heavens. This is why when you read Numbers chapter 10, especially verse 10, you will learn that they sound the shofar, especially let us know when the sun went down, also letting us know when the new moon crescent is, holy feast days, wars, and etc. Again, when you study the Most High calendar, you will understand why the new moon day is separate from the Sabbath day, and you will not run into that problem of citing the new moon day and keeping the Most High seventh day. That link will be in the video description box. Okay. The next thing I want to mention to you, earthsky.org also is a great article to read because they mention why the East and other countries as well would not be able to see the new moon crescent. Let me see if I have it listed here. It said the Middle East or Europe or Africa, or why they won't be able to see it as well compared to us in America. Again, it has to do how close the moon was to the sun. Okay, so that link will be in the video description box for you to watch. Now, our brother Seven was able to get a photo of the new moon crescent, and he is in California. Here's that photo. Okay, let's go to another one. Sorry about that. And here is our photo that Sister Shalee and I had taken watching for the new moon. You'll see it here. I'm going to show you one more that she did. And I'll get it in the... She changed the color of it so that way you can see it there. So we have many eyewitnesses for this month to show us the new moon crescent. Okay, now let's go to the calendar. Now we're gonna start in month 2 because I just got a couple things to mention first dealing with month 2. So let's start to the bottom first. Month 2. Forgive me because this is done on the cell phone. Okay, month 2. I did not get a chance to mention about when the sun entered the third sign of Mazzaroth. It was on the 24th day of the moon in the second month. Okay, so in the second month of the sun, we have a total of 31 days. All right, so the first day of the sun for the third month would be on the 25th day of the moon. Also, FYI, we had a super moon on the 29th day. The supermoon means that the dark moon was closer to the earth. When you get some time, go to timeanddate.com and look that up. So the total days we have for the second month is 29 days. However, because we're still waiting to see what will happen with Israel, we don't know how many days they will have for the second month. But for the Most High calendar, for those who are following his ways, we will have 29 days. Okay? And then for the sun actual timing for the second month, I got 30 days, 23 hours, and 4 minutes. For the moon actual time, I got 29 days, 7 hours, and 28 minutes. Now, for the moon actual time, I got that from timeanddate.com. Remember, that's an estimation because the heathens do not go by the new moon crescent. But keeping the extra time of the sun and moon year is very important, and you will see as we go further into Yahuwah's calendar. So the spring second month has a total of 31 days. That's dealing with the sun. Okay. Now let's begin for the third month. Okay, because we saw the new moon crescent today on May the 26th, it becomes the first day. So from May the 26th at sundown to May the 27th at sundown is the first day, from sundown to sundown. You also see here for the Hebrew third month, which go from the year of 2017 to 2018. Remember, the Most High calendar will overlap into the heathen days. The third month is called Sivan, and you can find it in the book of Esther in the Old Testament, chapter 8, verse 9, and in the Apocrypha in the book of Baruch, chapter 1, verse 8. For the pagan month, for this calendar, we'll be going from May to June, and the sun has entered into the third sign, so we will get the total days of how many days are in this sun's month. Okay, you'll see what I mean as go further down. All right. Again, you will have access to this calendar. I just want you to watch and pay attention. So on day 2 of the moon, more than likely Israel should see the moon crescent. It won't be the new moon crescent. It'll just be the moon crescent. And the waxing percentage of what we saw today in America, in California, we got 2.9%. If Israel has saw the new moon crescent at sundown on May the 26th, they would got 1.5%. Now, day 6 of the moon, as you see, is a waxing half moon, and also June 1st will occur on that day. It's from May the 31st at sundown to May 1st. Also, we accounted for Pentecost, so on day 8 of the moon, that's the seventh Sabbath that we're accounting for Pentecost. That falls on the day 8 of the moon. You also see me listing how many days for the sun for the third month. So on the 8th day of the moon, the sun is in its 13th day. Okay, so that's the first week of the moon. Now let's look at the second week of the moon. On the second week of the moon, on day 14, we will have a full moon, and that moon will be a micro moon. Micro moon means that the moon will be further from the sun. Be further from the earth. Okay. And now we are counting for Pentecost. Now we're doing the 50 days count. Remember Leviticus chapter 23. We are to count 7 complete Sabbaths and 50 days. And you'll see why. Because this line up with Moses being on the mountain of Sinai as we go further. So the full moon is on day 14. Now the full moon I'm talking about is when the moon is 100% illuminated. You're going to have one day for the full moon, which can fall on the 14th or the 15th day. Now if Israel see their moon crescent on May the 27th at sundown, guess what's going to happen with that full moon day? It's going to move to the 13th day of the moon's month, and that's impossible. Okay. Now, now we're looking at the second week of the moon. On the 15th day of the moon, we have the 7th day we are counting for Pentecost of the 50 days. And on this day was the day when my people came to Mount Sinai. Read Exodus chapter 19, verse 1. This is the first day of their sanctification and the first day when Jethro came to visit them. Now we're going to the third week on the calendar. Now on the 16th day of the moon, that is the 8th day we accounted for Pentecost. It is also day 2 when my people would sanctify themselves before Yahuwah came down and talked to them. And this is day 2 of Jethro's visit. And as for the sun, it'll be the 21st day of the sun. And for as the heathen's day, it will fall on June 10th at sundown to June 11th. Let us keep going. On day 17 of the moon of the third month, we have the 9th day for counted for Pentecost. And this is a day, which is day 3, when Yahuwah came down in a cloud to face his people face to face. Read Exodus chapter 19, verse 6. And this is day 22 of the sun. On day 18 of the moon, which is day 4, at night, Moses informed the people of what the Most High told him. Okay, a day 4. Then when daylight came, Moses built an altar and built the 12 pillars and did his offering and sacrifices. And after he did that, he entered into Mount Sinai. Now on this day became day 1, because when you count the 40 days and 40 nights, you get a total of 40.5, or 40 days and a half. And the reason why it's 40 days and a half, because Moses entered Mount Sinai after the morning activities, okay, during daylight. Read Exodus chapter 24. Okay, now on day 19 of the moon, which is the first night, and this is the second daylight of the 40 and a half, you have day 2 of the cloud. Now remember, Moses, when he entered the mountain, he was in a cloud. So that's day 2 of the cloud. On day 20 of the moon, which is the 12th day we're counting for Pentecost, that would be the second night and third day of daylight of the 40 and a half. And that's day 3 when Moses was in the cloud. And day 21 is the 13th day we count from Pentecost, and the third night the third night and the fourth daylight of 40 and a half. And this is the fourth day Moses was in the cloud. So when we get to day 22 of the moon, we got a waning half moon. That moon is decreasing in life about 50%. Okay, that is the fourth night and the fifth daylight of 40 and a half, and day 5 of the cloud that Moses was in. Take this time now to pause your screen, because now we're going to the 4th week of the 3rd month. Looking at day 23. Day 23 is the 15th day we count from Pentecost. So that's the 5th night and the 6th daylight of the 40 and a half. And that's day 6 that Moses was in the cloud. And this is very important that we know this, because when we get to day 24 of the moon, it'll be the 16th count for Pentecost, which becomes the 6th night and the 7th daylight of the 40 and a half. And on the 7th day of the 40 and a half, Yahuwah called Moses out of the midst of the cloud. Read Exodus chapter 24 when you get some time to see that, because it's very important, because that number means something. We're going to talk about that further down. Now, when you look at day 26 of the moon, the sun is entering the 4th sign of Mazzaroth. So that is the last day of the 3rd month. So that 3rd month we have a total of 31 days. So the first day of summer shall begin on day 27 of the moon. Day 27 of the moon is the first day of summer. And that's the 19th day that we counted for Pentecost of the 50, okay? And that is the sun's first day of his 4th month. And that falls on the heathen calendar, June 21st to June 22nd. Now on day 28 of the moon, that's the 20th day we counted for Pentecost of the 50 days. And we have the last waning crescent, and that is the sun's 2nd day of the 4th month. And on day 29 of the moon, we have the 21st day we're counting for Pentecost of the 50. And on the dark moon day, it falls on the heathen calendar on June the 23rd to June the 24th. And for the sun, we're in the 4th month of the sun and the 3rd day. Take this time now to pause your screen. And to see whether this month will have 30 days or 29, we're waiting for that. Now, FYI, day 26 is when the sun enters Cancer. That's what the Gentile calls it. Cancer is the 4th sign of Mazzaroth. It shall happen on June the 21st at 7:24 a.m. Israel Daylight Saving Time. That is known as the summer solstice. Okay? Also, FYI, 40.5 days means that there are 40 daylight days and 40 nights. Moses went into Mount Sinai after the morning activities on day 18. Okay? Also, on day 24 of the moon, note, after the 7th day, when you subtract 7 from 40 and a half, there shall be 33.5 days left of the 40 and a half days. And this is very important, why numbers mean something. Because Yahuwshua HaMashiyach will be at the age of 33 and a half when he is crucified on Abib 14, 32 AD on the Passover day, which is the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which we also call Passover. It's very important. Just like with the 2 witnesses, they're going to prophesy for 3.5 years, as written in Revelation chapter 11. Remember, numbers mean something. And this is why your Pentecost shall fall in the 4th month, not in the 3rd month, because of what happened with Moses and my people of entering Mount Sinai. Okay? So I'm just going to take this time to go back. When you look at week 2 of the moon, you will see on day 15, that's when they came to Mount Sinai. Okay? Also, looking further down, make sure I'm not missing anything. When you have the sun entering the 4th sign, let me go here so you can see this. When you have the sun enter into the 4th sign of Mazzaroth, what this basically means is this, is that daylight on that day will be about 14 hours. Enoch called it 12 parts. And night will be about 10 hours, which becomes 6 parts. Now, the reason why you don't see a perfect 14 hours of daylight on that day, remember the earth has shifted because of all the things that's going on. As prophesied in Yahuwah's prophetic message, that the heavens and the earth are no longer aligned with one another. This is how they're manifesting themselves to us, because the true Israelites are not in the Holy Land. We have the apostles there. They are the sons of Japheth and the sons of Esau. Again, listen to Yahuwah's prophetic message, for it's fulfilling 1 Enoch chapter 80 verse 4. For Enoch prophesies this, in the days of sinners, the moon shall not appear at her appointed time. This is why Israel is not seeing the new moon crescent at its appointed time. Okay? So, all these links will be available for you to get a further understanding about the 3rd month. I just want to make a video so you can be familiar what's going on with the 3rd month and the events and what scriptures to read. There will be more videos coming to give you more understanding how the time that Moses was on Mount Sinai relates to Pentecost. I hope this video was very helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the video description box. The video was made on May the 27th. As you see, this is timeanddate.com. The moon is waxing 3.3% in Arad, Israel. Okay. On May the 27th, 2017 at 8:45 a.m. Okay. So Israel time is way ahead of me. Right now I'm in America, so we're about 10 hours behind because I'm in California ministering and fellowshipping with my brothers and sisters, and I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, it's awesome to do the work of the Most High and to help our people, because a lot of us are awakening now in these last days, and it's just so awesome to see the word being fulfilled, for we know the Messiah is coming back. So continue, my brothers and sisters, to preach the gospel that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Make sure the people receive salvation, as written in Romans chapter 10, and baptize them in the name of Yahuwshua HaMashiyach, as written in Mark chapter 16, and as written in the book of Acts. Okay? And try to make sure, and continue to preach the gospel, because the kingdom of heaven is really at hand. It's at the door, my people. All right, love you all, and Shalom. Oh, let me end with this prayer. I almost forgot, my brothers and sisters. Gotta end with this prayer. In the name of Yahuwshua HaMashiyach, Father, we thank you for everything you have done for us. We thank you for the blessing, for allowing us to see your new moon crescent, so we know when the 3rd month began properly. Father, I pray that you give your people and children understanding of your calendar. Help them to understand that the Gregorian calendar is paganistic, and it would not give them your 7th day. That's what I pray for. And if anyone come against your truth, Father, I pray that you afflict an evil judgment upon them until they repent and do what is right inside of your eyes. I pray for Brother Eliash's family, that you comfort them and help them during this time of oppression and affliction. And if anything that I have not prayed for in this prayer, Father, I ask that you fulfill it according to your will. In the name of Yahuwshua HaMashiyach, so be it. All right, my family, love you all, and Shalom.